Good morning. I am StampinDeDe. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is Stampin' Thursday, and we're here today just to have a little bit of fun and make a card. We're just going to make it easy today, but I'm Deanna Blackman, and I love doing what I do, and even if I weren't a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this is what I'd be doing. So, but the perks that go along with being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator are the opportunities to grow in my skills, the discounts that you get, the inside information, the getting to pre-order when a new catalog comes out, and just meeting with my co-leaders, sharing ideas, and just having fun, and I love doing that. If you're at all interested in becoming a demonstrator, I would love to help you with that. I would love to show you the benefits of that and show you the perks that go along with that. And the thing is, you can just be a hobbyist. You can just enjoy your craft. You don't have to do Facebook Lives like I do, or hold classes, or you don't have to do any of that. You just enjoy the discount and enjoy the perks and enjoy your craft. So, my store, my online store is deannablackman.stampinup.net. So feel free to go there and look around. You can look through the catalogs. Be sure and check out the online exclusives, because they are added to every month, and that's not something that you're going to see in your catalog. So be sure and check out those online exclusives. One of the online exclusives that I have used a lot in the last few days is this Marbled Elegance paper, and oh my goodness, it is gorgeous. This is just all of it. Every page has gold, and the backs are different patterns, like this one. The back of this one is this stripe, and it's beautiful. So you wouldn't see that if you didn't go check out the online exclusives, so be sure and do that. All right, today we are going to do a little bit of CTC. Now, if you saw my intro, you know what CTC is. It's Case the Catalog, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to case the catalog today, and this is the mini catalog, the January through April. It just came live this month on the 7th, so if you don't have one, let me know, and I'll get one for you, get one to you. If you don't have a demonstrator already, and if you do, then let them know you want a catalog, because we want you to have this in your hands. And one of the fun things about a catalog, besides the products and getting to view all of the different ways to use the products, one of the fun things is just looking at the samples and getting ideas from that. And when you see a sample that you go, oh man, I love that card, then you case it. You can actually case it exactly as it is. You can do that. Case, C-A-S-E, is copy and share everything. Copy and share everything. And so these samples are on here for you to case. And so we are going to case a card on this page. Now, wonder which card that's going to be. All right. Well, we're going to case this one right here. I saw that, and if you've watched me or you've come to any of my classes, you know that I love to blend. I love the blender brushes and the inks. I love to play with the inks. And so that's what we're going to do today. Before we get started, if you are watching live, please say hello. Just say hello. Let me know you're there. I love to know that you're there. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Please leave a comment. Tell me if you like to case the catalog. And for those who watch it on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. I love my YouTube followers. All right, let's get busy. So what attracted me to this was the ink blending and then using the masks. And I love to use masks too. It really is an easy thing to do. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. Now, I'm not going to case it exactly as it is here. You could do that. If you have this set, this One More Year set, and you wanted to use one of these images and do it exactly like it is, then you could do that. That's why it's there. I'm going to do it a little bit differently because I'm making Valentine cards. And now I need to get Valentine cards in the mail for my grandchildren. So my focus is on Valentine cards. Hi, Kay. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. All right. We're going to have some fun doing the things that you know that I love to do. All right, so how are we going to turn this into a Valentine card? All right, I'm going to scoot it right over here, and I think you can still see it there. And one of the ways, now this is using basic white cardstock. So I'm using the basic white thick cardstock, and I'm using that because I'm ink blending, and I think that might work better for ink blending. So I'm going to take my 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and this is my base. But I'm not going to use my base right now. I'm actually going to do this on another sheet of cardstock, and then when I finish, it will go right on top of my base. So I'm going to set my base aside, and this is the card front that I'm going to use. So to make this a Valentine card, I decided to use hearts instead of circles. So I just went through my sets, my die sets, some of them old, some of them current, some retired, some current, and I just found as many heart dies as I could, and I cut out some different hearts. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start, and the way I'm going to case this is I'm going to start with one of the larger hearts, and I'm going to put it right up here, and I'm going to do that with just a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the back because I will be removing them. So I'm just going to put the littlest bit of Stampin' Seal on it, and I'm actually going to put it off a little bit because you see on this, this last circle goes off of the edge, and so I'm going to put mine off of the edge too. And then I'll come down and maybe do another one right there. Like I said, it's not going to be exactly like this, but I'm definitely casing this card. So I'm going to turn this one a little bit like that and overlap it just a little bit. And then I'm going to come down, I think, with this one. I just used printer paper to print these off. I didn't want to cut them out. I didn't want them to be too thick. So I used printer paper and cut them out using lots of different dies. All right, and I'm going to start getting smaller here. And I'm going to put that one right there. Now, some of these are going to be covered in the middle because like this, I'm using a circle. So, I might even take this one and move it out this way just a little bit because my circle is going to go right here. All right. So I'll come on down with another one of these. And I'm going to do this one right here. And I'm kind of leaving that space in there. And then I'm going to have several little ones. It's hard to get just a little tiny bit on a little bitty heart. Let's see if I can, there. So I'm going to put that one right there. And do that again and put this one right here. And my last one, I have one more, so probably if I had another little one, I would have used it too. But I don't. I've got this last one. And it is going to go right down here. And it's going to go off because you see down here, they're going off. All right, I think that's all I need. I've got 2 hearts left, but I don't think I need them. I think that is going to be perfect. Perfect. All right, so I've decided to use Pool Party and Lost Lagoon. No, Coastal Cabana and Lost Lagoon. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this card is for my 16-year-old grandson. And I wanted to make it as masculine a Valentine as I could. And what I did was I came along with my color chart, and I thought I wanted to use one of the greens. So I centered it on Lost Lagoon, and I saw that Pretty Peacock and Coastal Cabana were on each side of, they were analogous. So I decided to go with the lighter one, the Coastal Cabana. But that's how I even looked across at my complementary colors. But I thought, no, I don't want to do yellow, and I didn't want to do a pink because, like I said, it's for my 16-year-old grandson. So that's how I decided which colors to use. All right, so now we're going to start the blending, and I've got my blender brush, and it's my blues, and both of these are really basically blue. So I do have a sheet here that I'm going to use to clean off my brush. So I'm going to start with the Coastal Cabana. So I'm gonna start with that. This is the little pad mat that comes with, let me get it over here where you can see it. This mat comes with your glass mat, and these are now available on the online catalog. So this glass mat is wonderful. And this little pad comes with it, and it's gonna hold my stamp pad more secure than on the desk. So, all right, only thing is I want you to be able to see a little bit of what I'm doing. So let me do this. Put it on the glass mat too. Move my catalog just a little bit. Move this right out here. All right, now, so now we're gonna, well, there. We're gonna take this and ink it up, and then I'm gonna get started. And I'm going to start right up here, and just, I want to be sure and get around my hearts. Now, it's going to take quite a bit of blending. If you use darker colors, the blending goes faster, but I really didn't want darker colors. So I'm making sure I'm getting around the hearts, because you're just going to love what it does. All right. Now, this process takes a few minutes, so just be patient. And, you know, when we take these hearts off, you could certainly use them on another card. That would be cool. I didn't do that. I haven't done that. I did one sample card to make sure that I liked the way it turned out, and I did. But I didn't think about using the hearts. So This time I may do that. All right. And we're going to come at least halfway down. But I want this darker up here. And right around the edges. And I certainly want it darker around my hearts. So, oops, that heart slipped. Let's make sure it doesn't slip again. Get around it real good before it slips again. I think it's all right now. Yeah. It's coming along. I'm going to come down here some. I'm going to get in there. Make sure I get the color right in between these and around the edges. All right. Now I'm going to make sure I get good color down here because I'm going to blend. I'm going to blend the Lost Lagoon. I sure don't want that one to come loose. I must have just gotten a little bit on that one. All right, I think we're good with that one. Now I'm going to bring my piece of paper and make sure I get that Coastal Cabana off of my blending brush before I switch to the Lost Lagoon. Okay, here we go. On with our blending. Okay, again, I'm going to make sure these don't come loose. I probably should have put a little bit more adhesive. I was trying to go a small amount, but now you're going to have to get plenty of the Lost Lagoon on here to be able to see the difference in the two. And there again, I didn't test this out with these colors, so I should have gone with a color that was a little bit different. We'll see. Once we get it on, I think it's going to be fine. And I'm overlapping the colors. Whoops, now that one's wanting to come loose. All right, so a note to remember is to make sure you've got enough adhesive to hold your hearts or circles, whatever you're using, to hold them down. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, I'll have to come back right there. I don't know what I did. I must have had something on my fingers. I don't know what it was. Maybe just this. So maybe, I bet it was when I was holding it. So I can come back with some Coastal Cabana and try to go over that. If not, it's just a little of this color. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've got it on my finger. All right. Lesson learned. Be careful what you're getting on your finger. Let me get my stamp cleaner pad and get it off my hand. Okay, we're going to come down here. I don't want that to come off. I still need to get it a good bit darker right in here. Okay. Get this a little bit darker right there. You might not even be able to see the difference. I can see the difference. I'm not sure that you are going to see the difference. But I think when we get the hearts off, we're going to see the difference. I want to go around these really well. Make sure that I get the edges. And right in here, I want to make sure that it's very distinct around the hearts. And so you just keep working it. That one's trying to come off too. Well, I was successful in getting just a little bit of adhesive then, wasn't I? Okay, come down here and make sure we get this on all sides of that heart. I'm trying to get these lighter spots. And then I'm going to go right here again along this edge. And make sure that you know, the neat thing about it is my grandson is not going to care if I made mistakes on here. That's going to be covered up. All right. Look at this. And I think we're done. I'm going to go back now with a little bit of the pool party, which I don't know that that's going to make a difference. But let's give it a try. Okay. I mean the Coastal Cabana. I keep calling it pool party, don't I? I'll come along here and try to get that a little darker. Right there, I got some on it, some ink. That's not going to, nobody's going to see that. This, just get that a little darker right in there. All right. You know, that's good enough. This was tape. That's where our big circle is going to be. All right. I think we're ready for the big reveal. Let me get my fingers cleaned off. They're not bad, but I sure don't want to get anything on them. Just a minute. All right, here we go. Let me move this away. Move that over there. Yeah. Now we're going to take these off. Let me see. Let me start down here and take this one off and set it aside so I can use these again. I think these would make such a cute card. I may use this for my youngest grandson. Take that off, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to come behind us with our ink eraser. Any gum eraser will take care of bits of ink that may be left behind. Bits of ink, bits of glue, bits of the adhesive. Okay. Isn't that great? Look at this. Oh, I love it. I love, love, love it. Love the way these turned out. There we go. See why you don't want to use too much adhesive. Okay, now we do need to come along where the adhesive was. And just clean it up a little bit. Right here. Yeah, you can feel that there's a little bit of adhesive left behind. Yeah. You can see it. All right, I'm going to get that off. Get this off. A little bit of cleanup here. A little bit right there. I think if I'd had maybe a temporary adhesive, that might have helped some. All right, there we go. Get all the little pieces. Isn't that awesome? And look, 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 look. See there? Now, if I'd used these bright colors, it would have looked different. All right, now we're going to work on our center. So I'm going to set this aside. And there it is. So the set that I decided to use for my grandson, you know, Valentine, you still have to go Valentine, but this is the Be My Valentine set. And this one has not retired yet. It's still available. And I'm going to do a bee. So I've already got my stamps on here. This is the big body, and I'm going to use crushed curry for that. I'm going to ink this up really well. I want it to really be yellow. There we go. And let's see, my punch is here. So I'm going to do it right up here so that I can put it through. All right. Oh, it didn't come out as yellow as I want it. Now I have to get up over it. Okay. All right, that's more yellow. Now, my body, the stripes and the tail, actually, are going to be in black. So I'll get my black memento. And this is the stripes and the tail. I'm going to go ahead and put them on. And I want this really inked up, too. All right. And now I'm going to put it right here. There we go. And now I can punch it. I'm going to put it in just like that. And what I need to do, first I need to cover this up so I don't put my hand in it. Because if I leave it open, that's exactly what will happen. And then I need it, it's not going in quite enough, so I'm going to just trim a little bit off right there. And now it should go in perfectly. Here we go. I'll get it lined up. It's going to punch me out some more hearts, too. All right, and I think the piece I needed ended up on the floor. All right, here we go. There's that. And now I want to do the wing, but I'm going to do it on vellum. So I'm also going to do it, I should do it with StampinDeDe. I want it to dry, and I'm afraid the black memento might not dry on the vellum. I don't want it to smear. So using StampinDeDe is a permanent ink, and it requires a different cleaner, so it doesn't clean as well with the stamp pad. I don't know how that got on there. And that's not going to come off. I thought it was ink, but it's not. All right, I'm going to put my wing right there. Well, I don't know if I can go over that again or not. I may have to do another one. We'll see how this looks. No. So, sometimes the first time you ink it up, it's usually better to stamp off once so you've got a good image, a good clear image. Because I'm going to have to fussy cut this. There we go. All right, put my stays on away. And we're just going to fussy cut around this. And I'm leaving a little space at the bottom, to attach it to my bee. Again, you know, I don't ever mind fussy cutting. To me, it just gives more opportunities to use my stamps. All right. And you see, it's not smearing. I think the other one would have smeared. All right, so before I put that on my bee, I'm going to put a friendly little face, cute little face on him. This set actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces to use. I'm going to use the winking eyes. And I'll do that with my black ink. I think I just got ink on my finger. Okay. There he is. There's his eyes. All right, now I'm going to glue the wing on with my Tombow liquid glue. Glue it on right behind my little bee. All right, and so we're going to put him on here, and I have my sentiment. You make my heart buzz, and I think I'm going to put it just right up here. I think it'll fit right up there. Yeah. Yeah. There. All right, so I'm going to do that. I can do this without touching it. You make my heart buzz. Put that right up there. And we'll put our little bee right down here. I'm thinking, what I've got the little beehive things. I don't know what that would look like. Let me grab a scrap and see if I like it. If I do it, I would definitely stamp it off. I might do that. Yeah, I think I will. So I'll just keep this handy, stamp it off, and maybe put a little beehive right there. Stamp it off, and maybe another one right up here. That makes this kind of look like the hive, doesn't it? All right. We'll put another one right down here. All right. Yeah, we'll see. It's an experiment, right? Oh, but I like that. All right, here we go. I am going to use a a dimensional for that. Grab my dimensionals. Pull this out. Put it on the back of the bee. Let's see, is he going to hang off? Yeah, but just a little bit. So his tail is what's going to hang off. So we'll put 3 of them on this bee. Okay. You make my heart buzz. There he is. Isn't he cute? All right, and this is going to go right here. And we're going to use dimensionals for that. Then I'm going to grab take a pick tool. Just makes it easier. I'm trying to scrounge around with my fingers. Okay. You make my heart buzz. And we're going to put him right there. There we go. And I grabbed a little piece of Lost Lagoon ribbon. Because if you can see on our sample here, a little bit of ribbon. You know, it looks like on here, there's a little bit of a background stamp, you know, some of the bubbles maybe. I'm wondering if I should use the, I don't know, that might be too much to use the beehive. What do you think? Would that be too much or just, no? I think I'll put it right, finger sticking to it. Put it right there maybe. If I put it up here, it would almost, if I put it up here, it would almost hide that blurb. But I don't like it up there. I'd rather have it down here somewhere. What I can do for up here, I've got these little bees. I think I'll use them. I've got these little bee trinkets. They're the tiny bead trinkets, and they're in your this new catalog, and they're right here with your delightful wishes. These little bee trinkets, they're little bitty bees, and they're fairly flat. So I think, now I've got to get back to my casing. All right, so what I'm going to do is put some bees up there. And I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to put one right in the middle of that, just to distract you a little bit, and one right there. And I want to make sure I put it right side up. So I'm going to go on and put that one there. See there? You don't even see it. Oh. Cute. That really, I think, makes it cute, cute. Move that one down a little bit. All right, there we go. I need to get my bow on there, so let me grab a glue dot. And get my bow on there. put it right there. And trim a little bit. Trim this side just a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to grab our, oh, I need to cover up my black ink. Get my card base. And it's going to go right there. Okay. Get that centered. Oh, that looks great, doesn't it? I like that. I like that. What do you think? What do you think? Is it guy enough? Masculine enough for a 16-year-old boy? Looks like I have a little bit of, no. All right, and so on the inside, I'm not going to, this is the thick cardstock. I'm not going to line it, but I am going to put some of the beehive. Where'd my beehive stamp go? There it is. I'm going to put some of the beehive inside. Get my I'll put several of them. And then I think I'll put one up in the top corner. Right there. All right, there we go. There's the inside of the card. And I'm going to grab an envelope. And I'm going to put some beehive on the front of the envelope as well. So let's do that. Oops. I don't think that was even enough. Okay. Am I putting this where you can see it? Yeah. Maybe one more. There we go. Some beehive on the envelope. Put my black ink away. We have got a Valentine card for my 16-year-old grandson. What do you think? Will that work? I think it'll work just great. All right, and so you can see how I cased it. You can see how I cased it. I mean, it's the layout of the card and the design of the card, not necessarily the details of the card. But that's it. That's how you case the catalog, and it's a great way for inspiration for a card. So keeping in mind the sets that you have, and will they work for that layout, then yeah, this one worked great for that. And then I did one more. I did one for my granddaughter, my 12-year-old granddaughter, and this was the one I did for her. And you can see it's got the more feminine touch to it, and I used the Storybook Friends. There are pop-outs, cardstock pop-outs in the Storybook Friends Designer Series paper. Love that. So I used a few of those. And there we go. 2 Valentine cards from this card in the catalog. So I hope that inspired you to use the catalog, to get your ideas, to get your inspiration. And if there's a card you just absolutely love, then case it exactly like it is. If you have the set, and yeah, case it the way it is. Copy and share everything. but it's a great way to be inspired for the design. All right. I hope you've enjoyed that. All right, Kay. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for commenting. And if you're watching this on the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know that you watched it. And YouTubers, thank you for being faithful watchers and for leaving comments. Be sure, if you're on YouTube, to click like and share it with somebody. If there's somebody that you think would enjoy the video, share it with them or share it on your page so that others can see this way to be inspired be inspired for a card. All right, then I will see you next week, next Thursday. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye.